Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is a follow-up to the story we had done yesterday. The Madras High Court today has allowed the RSS to conduct a route march on November 6th. The Sangh had wanted to do this march on October 2nd, but that date has now been changed and November 6th is the new date. The court has made it very clear to the DMK government that they will face contempt proceedings if they violate this order from the court and bar the RSS from conducting their march. Now, the Tamil Nadu government had denied permission to the RSS for holding a march on October 2nd, citing law and order issues. The Sangh then had moved the Madras High Court with a contempt plea against senior government officials, including the Home Secretary. Is this finally the end of the battle between the RSS and the DMK government? Let's try and see what our guests are saying this evening. Vikraman, spokesperson of the VCK, joining us on the broadcast. He was with us yesterday as well. Narayanan Tirupathy, spokesperson of the BJP, again was with us last evening. And we have Madhavan Narayan, who's a senior journalist and economist, someone who will put the story in perspective for us. Vikraman, no choice now. The court is clear. The RSS cannot be stopped from conducting its route march, whether you like it or not.
Let's wait and see what happens on November 6th, because we will submit a memorandum to the Tamil Nadu government to try and stop this terrorist organization from conducting a march on November 6th. Because we are very clear that that organization, its culture is to create a hatred between fellow humans just because they follow different faiths. So we cannot let that happen in our state, because our state is known for social justice, social harmony, and it is a land of Periyar, land of Kamaraj, land of Muthuramalingam, land of B.R. Ambedkar. So we cannot let that happen. Okay. We cannot let that happen in Tamil Nadu. Yes.
Okay, so you're saying that we are not going to let that happen. You're saying that we are going to go and try and stop this march come what may. But why do you keep calling the RSS
we will
a terror?
Go to the government. No,
the government cannot do anything. The Madras High Court has made it very clear today. You stop the march and you face contempt proceedings. The government is, the court is very clear.
Yeah, we have pleaded in court also. And our thing is also to be, taken by the court. That has been postponed. They will hear our side of arguments also very soon. That will also happen. We will present our side of arguments in the court.
And why do you, Vikraman, why do you, I'll of course let the BJP spokesperson come in here, but why do you keep calling the RSS a terror organization, given the fact that it is a court in this country, the Madras High Court, that is giving them permission to hold this rally? Are you saying that the Madras High Court is giving patronage to a terror organization?
Then what else can we call RSS as? RSS has been banned in this country for what reason in the first place? Who is Godse? Who is Natram Godse? He was traveling in RSS and also Hindu Mahasabha parallelly. He had given two testimonies in the court. The second testimony given the benefit of doubt to Savarkar and RSS, and that is how RSS ban has been revoked.
Okay.
And we have Gopal Godse, who came out of the prison, who is a brother of Natram Godse, who had given interview to Frontline magazine. And he had said, we had always been in the RSS. Our house was RSS. We never went outside.
But the RSS is not banned in this country and has not been tagged as a terror organization in this country. So it has every right to hold whatever march it wants to, wherever it wants to. Narayanan Tirupathy, would you want to come in here?
It was not banned in the country. That doesn't mean they did not kill our father of nation. They did not. That doesn't mean that they did not kill our father of nation, right?
Narayanan Tirupathy, would you want to come in here? The Madras High Court has made its ruling very clear and its intent very clear. But by the looks of it, the DMK government will still try and put a roadblock to your road march.
No, see, once again, I take this opportunity to condemn Mr. Vikraman for calling our RSS as a terrorist organization. But it is the way, it is a style they go. And yesterday I said I will not call VCK as a terrorist organization. Yesterday I said I will not call Vikraman a terrorist. But today I am forced to call VCK and also Mr. Vikraman, because today in the court, the Tamil Nadu government has submitted that there is a problem they expect a problem from PFI. And they say that lots of petrol bombs are being hurled at BJP and RSS people's residences and shops and the vehicles are burned. So the government has very clearly said that because of the ban on PFI, the Muslims are very angry and they may attack these things. And because of them, the law and order problem is there. And there is a shortage of police personnel. That is the reason we have asked RSS not to take this route march. Now, it is very clear that their ally, their ally DMK, which is ruling the state, says very clearly that PFI is definitely a terrorist organization. When Vikraman and VCK, they support a banned organization in India and also banned and steps are taken by the state government, definitely it is very clear that these people who supports a terrorist organization, PFI, are also terrorists and also VCK is a terrorist. Coming to the point, today's issue. Today, they have very clearly said that they expect a law and order problem, and it is the RSS which has given few dates for when the judge asked, and from that the judge has given this date and said that there will be a contempt of court if you don't do this. And they have asked also on 31st October, the government has to come to the table, come to the court and say that what all steps they have taken and the permissions are duly given and what are the protection to be given on that day. So it is very clear that Mr. Vikraman's, what all he said about RSS, I'm telling you, the same government took back, they said sorry, and the same government, the Congress government under Jawaharlal Nehru, he allowed the RSS to go into the Republic Day parade. So these things, maybe they don't know, but I don't want to talk about these things with the Vikram.
Okay. So I was wondering if this is the end of the matter. By the looks of it, this is not the end of the matter, Mr. Madhavan Narayan.
Can I come in? Can I come in? Can I interrupt
okay, Vikraman, only for 20 seconds because Mr. Madhavan needs to come in as well. Go ahead.
Okay, my dear friend, Mr. Narayanan did not know an iota, did not have an iota of knowledge about the VCK. The VCK follows the footsteps of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, Tandai Periyar, and also it stands for social justice, past annihilation.
Do you support Common Civil Code, which Mr. Ambedkar had supported,
we support
which Mr. Ambedkar wanted?
We support secularism.
What do you know about
the
Dr.
same
Ambedkar?
Constitution.
You don't know anything about
Dr.
Ambedkar, and you people are duping. You people are duping, and you people are doing all sorts of confusions in Tamil Nadu calling about Dr. Ambedkar. You have nothing. You have nothing about. You know nothing about Dr. Ambedkar.
He will not die as a Hindu.
You don't know.
Will you convert from Hindu to Christianity? Will you convert from Hindu to Islam? Will you convert from Hindu to Buddhism? He wanted to convert lakhs and lakhs of people from Hinduism to Buddhism. Why?
Okay, so what?
And you will hide everything.
Okay, let's come back. Let's come back to the present. Mr. Madhavan Narayan, do you see this matter ending anytime soon? Because J. Jayalalitha didn't allow these marches, the RSS's route marches, till she was alive. We remember that. Started in 2016, and after that, the DMK government says nothing doing. How do you put this politically? Where is it going?
Yeah, I think we should look back 100 years and then come to today. That's the best way to understand this today. We need two cameras, to use a TV language. It goes back to the Khilafat movement, which Mahatma Gandhi supported in order to forge unity between Hindus and Muslims to fight the British. But then Muhammad Ali Jinnah was part of the Congress. He moved and went into the All India Muslim League. Ever since, there has been a double Hindu narrative and a double Muslim narrative in India. Let's be very clear. One is the constitutional Muslims, the other is the anti-constitutional Muslims. We thought the problem ended with partition because the All India Muslim League had gone and formed Pakistan. But RSS has been against that narrative because it takes a more cultural view of nationalism, whereas Congress and the left and Dalit activists take a modern view of the constitutional view of nationalism. Who follows the constitution is a nationalist, irrespective of ethnicity, religion, or anything. It's a very modern view. So right now, that is a 100-year-old that keeps going. And please remember, during Indira Gandhi's emergency, RSS was banned, and so was the Jamaat-e-Islami. So she had this equivalence theory of banning. So RSS is accused of riots, and extremist Islamic organizations are accused of either hardcore Islamism or links with Turkey as the PFI attacks go. Now, what is happening is that there is a UP narrative led by Yogi Adityanath, which looks at RSS as nationalist and the Muslim extreme organizations as, not quite anti. Now, Stalin and DMK are providing a counter narrative. And today, it's a very interesting day today, because Ponniyin Selvan has been released as a movie, which is actually the BJP under Annamalai in Tamil Nadu is trying to make inroads using the Hindutva and using even ancient Hindu kings who even North has never suddenly woken up to. After 75 years after independence, they discovered that he built a great temple. Even people like Mr. Tirupathy never spoke about Rajaraja Chola, even in RSS meetings, I'm sure. But so suddenly there is a Hinduization of Tamil Nadu, which Stalin wants to, and DMK and even the Dalit actors want to. For instance, Pa Ranjit, who's a Tamil film director, who's a Dalit, says that even the Cholas built their temple by appropriating Dalit lands. So there is an Ambedkarite narrative, which is fusing with the modern liberal narrative, which is countering the RSS narrative. Now, the dirty part of it, Shreya, is that the ideological and political debate is being turned into a legal and constitutional debate through the use of law enforcement agencies. So in UP, one type of law enforcement hardline takes place. In Tamil Nadu, another kind of law enforcement takes place, because law enforcement agencies and the power of the police is being invoked both in the north and in the south to convert an ideological debate into a legal and criminal activity. And only the Supreme Court can ultimately weigh in on this. There are nuances, and evidence-based jurisprudence is what we form. But unfortunately, we are living in a time where only a few channels like yours discuss things more analytically. There's a lot of noise going around, and there's a lot of lack of what I call, this country is suffering from analytical poverty. So this analytical poverty is causing a lot of noise in TV studios. And I'm happy and thankful to you for actually letting me speak without being interrupted. And I hope you got that debate.
Yes.
Basically, the perspective is that if you want it in one line, an ideological and political tussle is being converted into a criminal debate. And that is very sad, because both sides have their point. You can celebrate this country, but you cannot run away from the fact that there was a caste system which practiced untouchability. Even today, you look at the matrimonial columns, you will find more truth than the political pages or the 9 p.m. news. So we have to take it in. Unfortunately, truth is not in demand, Shreya.
No, it isn't. We sometimes try. I'm not sure we always succeed, but we sometimes try. Thank you very much, Mr. Narayan. Vikraman, end of time, I have to speak about the film that is just released today, and Mr. Madhavan has spoken about it as well. Thank you very much. Mr. Tirupathy, you're looking a little upset. I hope you can smile by the end of this debate. Bye. See you.
No, obviously.
Have a good weekend.
I wanted to counter Mr. Narayanan.
Some other time then. This is a debate that will go to the Supreme Court also. So some other time. Thank you, Mr. Tirupathy. Thanks, Vikraman. And thanks, Mr. Madhavan, for joining us.